Sasko Sam. Hey, Sasko Sam, the caring, sharing bread man that we love. Oh, yum, yum, yum.
Hi, hello, sawubona, dumelang. I'm Sasko Sam and I love helping people. I also love to tell stories, especially to children who enjoy reading. My favorite word in the whole wide world is siyasizana, which means we are helping each other. This word makes me happy and puts a great big smile on my face. I want to introduce you to my 5 very special friends who care so much about each other. They help one another and share a lot of fun and adventures together. Meet my 5 friends.
Buffalo,
Elephant, lion,
Rhino.
leopard.
This story is about Buffalo planning ahead. Let's start reading. Buffalo woke up with a start. He looked at his alarm clock.
Goodness me! It couldn't possibly be that late. Or could it?
Oh no! Buffalo remembered that his alarm clock wasn't working. He was supposed to put in new batteries. It had been on his shopping list for days. But where was his shopping list? Where had he put it? He remembered writing the list. He remembered writing batteries on the list. He remembered putting the list down somewhere. But where? He jumped out of bed. He knew he was going to be late for something. But what was it again that he was late for? Where was he supposed to be? He simply couldn't remember. "Oh," said Buffalo. Buffalo hoped that he would remember while he walked along the river's edge. Maybe something would remind him what was happening today. He sat down to think. He really was getting terribly forgetful because he was always thinking about his exciting books. Buffalo loved reading and always had his nose buried in his books. Sometimes the world passed him by while he just read and read and read. Then he would daydream and daydream. Last week, he missed Ostrich's birthday party. He had been sent the invitation but had forgotten to reply to say that he was coming. He was in the middle of reading an exciting book all about space travel and a man landing on the moon and could not put it down.
It's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
Buffalo arrived at the party as all the guests were leaving. All the cake had been eaten and the jumping castle had been deflated. Plus, he had also forgotten to buy a birthday gift. How embarrassing was that? The week before, he had missed an eco-warrior meeting with Elephant. All the other eco-warriors were there and had waited and waited for Buffalo. Buffalo had promised Lion that he would help him learn for a difficult test. He had forgotten to show up to give Lion the extra lessons. So poor Lion didn't do very well. F. Lion's report. Leopard was disappointed because Buffalo had made arrangements to meet him to go fishing. Leopard had waited and waited with his fishing rod, but Buffalo never arrived. This was very sad, as Buffalo was showing that he was not a very thoughtful or reliable friend. Then it came to him in a flash. He was supposed to meet Leopard to go fishing. Was that yesterday or was that tomorrow?
Oh dear,
Thought Buffalo.
my head really is in the clouds. I must be the biggest daydreamer in the world.
Buffalo was clever because he was a good reader. But he was just such a daydreamer. He was just so disorganized. He was just so distracted. He was just so busy reading and reading that it made him forgetful. Rhino was very concerned. It is very rude and disrespectful to keep people waiting. We know Buffalo isn't rude or disrespectful. We have to help him get organized. He needs our help, said Rhino.
How do we do that?
Asked Elephant. Lion had a plan. Lion said,
I have a notebook where I write everything down that is important. I always make to-do lists and tick the tasks off as I do them. That way, I don't forget things.
Leopard had a plan,
He never knows what day of the week it is.
said Leopard.
We are going to have to get him a diary.
Rhino had a plan. But he is also always late for everything, said Rhino. I'm going to get him a wristwatch. That will help him keep track of time. Ostrich had a plan. Maybe he needs a bag to keep all his stuff in. That helps being organized, added Ostrich. He always forgets to return my books that he borrows. Warthog had a plan.
He needs a new alarm clock that will help him wake up on time too,
Added Warthog.
as long as he remembers to put batteries in it.
The friends went shopping for all the things that Buffalo needed to get his life under control. They bought him
A notebook and pen.
a wristwatch,
A big diary.
An alarm clock with a big ring. And a lovely bag.
They found Buffalo sitting under a tree with his nose deep in a book. He didn't hear his friends approaching.
Ugh.
He said,
You shouldn't creep up on me like that. Now I have lost my place in my book.
The friends explained to Buffalo that he needed a plan. They told him it looked like he didn't care about others because he was always letting them down. He was being inconsiderate by being late and making people wait. Buffalo hung his head in shame. He didn't mean to upset others. He didn't mean to let them down. He was just always daydreaming or absorbed in his books. When the friends gave him their gifts, he perked up with a big smile.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
The next day, his alarm woke him up early. He looked in his diary to see what day it was. He checked his notes to see what was on his to-do list.
Hooray!
Leopard was having a braai under his tree. Buffalo checked his wristwatch and guess what? He arrived on time. Buffalo even remembered to bring his own sausages for the braai. From that day on, Buffalo tried very hard to always be on time. He checked his watch and his diary, made notes, and never let his friends down. He was still a daydreamer and loved reading his exciting books. But thanks to his caring friends, he was now an organized buffalo. Nobody could call him forgetful or uncaring anymore. I hope you enjoyed the story about Buffalo. He really was a daydreamer, wasn't he? But thank goodness his good friends helped him get his life organized. Let's share our thoughts about the story and talk about it. What did everyone think about Buffalo's behavior? Was he letting his friends down? Do you think he really was like this? How important is it for people to be reliable and caring? Why do you think that is? Have you ever been let down badly by somebody who was forgetful? Do you get angry when people make you wait? Do you ever keep people waiting? Are you ever late for school? Words we have learnt in this story. Inconsiderate. Not thinking about others. Reliable. Being able to be trusted. Respect. To think about other people's feelings. Disrespectful. Not polite or showing respect. Perked up. To become cheerful. Are you reliable? Can people rely on you to be on time? If you had to give yourself a star rating for being reliable, what would you give yourself? Buffalo tells the time. Buffalo will show you how.
Hour hand, short. Minute hand, long. Second hand. 5 minutes between the numbers. 1 minute.
To be on time, you have to know how to tell the time.
Hey, Sasko Sam. Hey, Sasko Sam.